Zoom out. It's so up in your face
Zoom
always.
the camera out and see the light chocolate rain. I remember watching it for the first time, and it wasn't when it was viral. It was after it became viral, and then was just kind of reacted. Like, his audio is funny.
Why did that go viral? I thought he was just singing.
Well, yeah, that's why. Because it was a cool song, I guess. And also, I move away from the mic to breathe in. And here's the thing. He stops. it mattered less as he went on. But then every once in a while, it used to be just look behind him to breathe in, which I guess I get. But then he just kind of looks to the side. He just kind of he's just dodging him like it's Punch Out. And that's how he breathes in. Just edit it in post. Just cut it out. Completely remove it.
Now, I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I know the specific moment you're talking about.
The whole video. What?
Oh, well, this part where he breathes to the side.
That's the whole video. That's one of the reasons it became a viral thingy. Probably.
Oh.
I don't know. Well, it's funny now.
Surely he was doing that to get away from the microphone. Was there a microphone?
To not, yeah, but so he didn't have wind inhale in his audio, which makes sense. Except if you know anything about anything that's audio, you know how to cut audio.
Oh.
So I'm just wondering, why not just let yourself breathe? First of all, because you sound human if you breathe. I will say, after that moment of I move away from the mic to breathe in, I hear people breathe all the time in songs, and it's weird. But at the same time, just breathe in and remove it. I don't know.
Wait, so which do you prefer, breathing or no breathing?
Depends on how the lyrics are enunciated.
Oh, okay. Can you give me an example of where you would prefer breathing?
I don't know, something that requires big vocals, but if you just hear them go, it's like, shut up, I don't need to hear you. Yeah, it's usually that note as well, yeah. Look at you, monkeying around. Monkey
then after
business.
This, I'm gonna come straight
Monkey
back here,
business.
hit that.
Monkey business. Monkey business.
All I have to do is...
Monkey business. Monkey business.
all of a sudden I am
Monkey
afraid.
business.
Please. Just...
Monkey business. Oh no!
Oh,
Wait,
that was
no,
cruel.
wait, no.
Oh.
No. You died twice that day.
Oh, no! I'm running back in again.
Just think about the light at the end of the metaphorical tunnel. The metaphorical light at the end. The metaphorical light at the metaphorical end of the metaphorical tunnel. Think about that. Probably.
Okay.
Or maybe don't. We'll just get distracted. I find that to be the better way to approach life's challenges. Don't think about the end, think about the now, and eventually you'll get to the end, and when you're there you'll be like, oh, I'm here. In fact, I used that same logic when I was forced to run in school. I stared at my feet. Yeah.
The biggest trauma. Running.
No, I just hate school, and I hate PE more than everything. And then when I was
okay.
I think did I ever mention? I told you this. I planned out sport days, so that I found that there was a limit to how often you could forget your sport uniform. So what I did was I abused that limit. If I had a substitute, then they wouldn't know what days I missed. So substitute days, I would not bring it, and then main days, I would also not bring it. But substitute didn't know that I already didn't bring it, and then I would just tally the days, and then I'd do as few sport days as I could, at all. And then other days I'd be like, I accidentally forgot this or whatever. And you know what the worst day was?
Tuesday?
One of the worst. No, yeah.
Was it?
It was probably a Tuesday, honestly. I don't remember.
Oh,
but
okay.
one of the worst possible days. I brought it this time, but I actually forgot, like, sports socks.
Oh, that's
Teachers
just
don't
the
care.
socks?
Yeah, but the teachers don't care. So I was forced to wear the school socks for the whole time. That is yucky. Yucky, stinky, gross, nasty booger tissues.
I mean, they do wash it, but it's more like the thought of just wearing.
What do you mean they?
The school. I've had to wear.
What? No, what are you on
school
about?
Stuff too.
No, I didn't have to borrow socks. Okay, look, we went to a school that had just you wear uniforms, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And with one of those uniforms, was socks. What? No. And part of the uniform was the socks, and you'd have to switch the socks to go into the sports uniform. Which, if you did that, you did. What do you call it?
You... Huh?
I lost it. Speaking's hard sometimes.
Wait, so wait,
Oh,
school
you'd
uniforms and
switch
socks?
you'd switch your school socks with your sports socks. I forgot my sports socks. Actually forgot the
Yeah.
sports socks. Teachers don't care, so they just said wear the school socks. And it was like, this is Australian heat. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the
Oh.
whole. Why do you keep expecting a part 2 to the ending? The ending is called the end because it says the end.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Stop
I just thought...
Stop
don't know.
expecting.
I thought you had to, like, borrow the...
I didn't. No, I had to borrow a tie that I've never returned, so that's funny.
I've had to borrow a uniform before for sport. But I think I was the first person who used it, so I was fine. But other people weren't.
Just occurred to me. Could they find us?
Who? The school?
More like people watching.
No doubt.
Uh-oh. Well, guess what? It was all a dream. I'm turning the
Oh,
fan
okay.
on.
Sorry, I thought you wanted to
I'm back.
come back to your spot.
I am back to my spot.
Welcome.
This
Not
is
a
my
single...
place.
You think there's like a secret teleport in one of these corners? Just that have no clue at all for existing? I'm just gonna stand in them, because why such a big room for an exit, you know? That's a bit strange.
Make it look more spectacular. Splendify. Make it look more interesting than it really is. Where's all your money? You have like none.
I haven't been to the big payouts, which are the blue coins, the eyes, and... Where have I gotten money in this level?
I'll give the censored version of the story. So basically, socks. And I had to bring socks, but I didn't bring the socks. I needed backup socks for sports, but I didn't have the backup socks.
No.
And so they said, wear the original socks, which meant in the Australian heat, I had to wear these disgusting, sweaty, stinky socks all day. And you could feel it, by the way. You could feel it squish and sponge in your toes. It was revolting. I'd never felt so unclean before. And that was with me trying to do as little as possible.
Child abuse.
Didn't work.
Making him wear socks.
I was abused. You know what? You know what?
That is viable.
This is where I draw the line. I'm gonna take a stand here now, today, and say, you know what? I think that got too real. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop
Okay.
before something cancelable happens.
Okay.
Yes. Back to it. Money. I love money. Money buys people. You know, you know,
I
certain
think we've been
comes to
cancelled
mind.
already.
Nah.
Yeah. Who
People
doesn't love a
aren't.
good
Not everyone's
racism,
dumb. Okay,
misogyny
that's the thing.
joke?
Not
Uh-oh.
everybody is dumb.
Oh.
That's the one saving grace of humanity. Not everyone is dumb. We need dumb people so we know what smart looks like.
That's true. What
Thank
an
you for your sacrifice.
optimistic take on the world.
Is it though? I just degraded a whole bunch of people and they don't even realize.
Well then, we're fine.
Yeah. We're completely safe. We're safe from the clutches of thine internet mans.
What did I do? Okay.
Your best.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
7 coins in and I am back outside.
Don't game over
I
again.
hate this level.
See, that's the thing about growing up and change. You don't die as much, but here you are, almost game overing. You better not die again.
You know how I've said that I've had nightmares about this stage when I was a child. They're gonna come back.
What, really?
but in a new
Why do I
form.
not recall this moment?
Oh, well, remember you see the
actually-
black inky exit? I mean entrance?
I have also had dreams about navigating the toxic fumes and the darkness and the brown greens of this place.
Well, you know how you jump in the stage into that octagon of black inky...
Yeah.
Yeah. So my dream was that I stepped into something...
Now,
it was
wait,
basically
clarify, this wasn't recent.
Yes, I was no
If you're having
older
nightmares
than...
now, that's a little bit sad.
No, I wasn't.
Just haunting you.
No.
It's like, stupid 100 coins.
I was not
toxic
even...
fumes.
I was a child. Why am I here? It's too soon to be here.
That's who?
I want to do things in order so that I can
There
tick
is
off
no order. It's a
boxes.
maze. You start at the beginning no
So
matter
I
where you
need
are.
an order. Is this how I got here?
You should know. You've played
No,
this
it's
long
not.
enough. Why are you not learning? You are failing class.
It's a maze. You just said so. So anyway, oh yeah, this is how I... No, it's not.
Amazing exit. Aha. That's
Anyway,
the pun.
so I was into that black inky stuff.
Yeah.
And then these insects,
Yeah.
which had the same color for skin, or they were like beetles and had
Scarabs.
that kinda.
Just to make a better illustration in my brain, I'm gonna call them scarabs.
Oh, okay. And they held me down beneath this inky stuff.
That's weird. What?
Yeah.
What? Why'd you give them such humanity? What?
I don't know.
There are no bugs here. These aren't even spiders. They might be lynched spiders, but still.
Yeah, well, that was my dream. And so now I'm gonna have a different one, but as an adult.
The one of the
And
victory.
I'm gonna...
Actually, no. You probably will have. Have you already had dreams of anything Mario related? I feel like there must be something. Even a little bit of like red, or I was in this place and big
No,
eyes.
I think I have actually.
Okay, that's enough. Cause I don't care.
Hey.
It's just if you played it long enough.
Hey.
Now it's infiltrating your final defense.
Stop. Okay.
Does that give you nightmares? You just kind of shake violently.
No. No! It didn't die though. I didn't hear it. So we're fine.
Okay. If you say so. You know what? No, we'll be fine when you have another star.
And I have 100 coins.
With 100 coins? Exactly 100 coins?
Like, all of the joy is being sucked out because of
this is the
falling and dying to nothingness.
This is part of why I don't really want to replay it. Because if I replay, I want to do it all. And if I would do it all, I'm going to have to do this. This was a... Well, you know what else it is? You don't know what you're doing.
This time I do. I need to collect 100 coins, and
Yeah, but-
that's it.
No. I meant as game-wise. You're just kind of desperate looking for anything that glitters, right?
Well, what would you prefer?
No. You know what coins are. You know... You don't have mapped it out. You haven't mapped it out, per se. You haven't got a route, nothing. You just kind of know there are coins here, there are coins there. That's how I did it. I didn't memorize things. I just knew that there were coins in places.
Would you rather I actually plot out
No, I'm
stuff?
saying you
Oops.
don't need to do that. But you just kind of figure it out. And eventually you'll just know, and
This
then you'll be
is part
fine.
of the figure it out process.
This is more like throw yourself at the wall. Eventually it'll hurt less.
I don't even want to go that way anymore. We're going into the maze.
Into the maze. Into the maze
Into
of
the
it.
haze.
Into the haze of it. Into the maze of it.
Into the thick of it.
We're going through the smog.
You turned
Stinky.
on the fan and it's done nothing but blow my hair in my face.
You deserve an inhibitor. You know, you
Okay.
deserve.
Do I? I've
What's
done
the word? You deserve a handicap. Yeah. Let me break your legs. Broken. Dead legs. You just got no legs. You just got anti-legged.
Come here.
I would never want to be an anti-legger. I'm a pro-leg type person.
No, legs are pretty good.
I think I vaguely remember a dream of like the family squad of family squads looking around for such and such through this toxic maze. Just kind of like, where do we go? And like, hold your breath. Nobody died, of course, but
Oh.
I wasn't having those dreams until later, when I was
Oh.
the executioner. Those were fun times.
What?
But
Okay.
but the smog. I feel like I might be making stuff up, but like, who hasn't had the dream of like going through the maze? The smog, specifically the smog. It's the smog that frightened you, because it just slowly kills you. In fact, I remember when I was first doing this, I was so desperate to not die because it was freaky. It was smog. It's death. It's poison gas. You don't want to be here. And then you read the sign just to amplify the fear. So whenever I saw Metal Cap, I'd immediately rush to it. Not to mention...
You're supposed to.
Well, no, every time you pass it. If you move fast and you know where you're going, you only need one, or less than one. You don't need, in fact, you don't need one at all. You know exactly what to do. But because I didn't and I was playing by the rules, I would, take my time.
I thought the
And
coins
then
were in these little...
the other thing is invincibility.
No!
You
No!
missed. Well, that didn't go
Okay.
well. Invincibility.
Good to know.
Metal Cap was the only invincible Mario. So, if you could just go through stuff and not be hurt, and then you could hurt others, it just seemed like the best power-up. In fact, that's what I thought it was. I thought it was the best power-up. Now, I consider Wing Cap because speed.
Okay.
Vanishing Cap is kind of useless.
Yeah.
It's just a one moment and done.
Little Mario helps me sink to the bottom of the ocean when I need to.
That's morbid. It's kind of dark. I don't know why you bring that on the show, on the
What do you
program.
need speed for? With your, why aren't you enjoying the ride?
Because it's a stupid ride. Look at where you are. It's a stupid ride.
Yeah, I would want to skip over this
Dumb
one.
car trip.
You know what? That previous round was a
going
pretty
to the
bad run
beach.
anyway.
You know what's funny? The beach used to be a far away place. It used to be like the theme park of easy to reach destination, or free, I guess. In America, the beach was 2-hour drive away.
Yeah.
Here in Australia, we can almost walk. It's super close. You will have beaches everywhere.
Yeah.
And
this is an
that's
island. And a desert.
Yeah. It's just the beach is now not that big a deal. It's just look, a beach. Like you know how you have your itineraries, right? Your little brochures, your travel guides, and like look at these great beaches, pristine seas, and blah blah blah. We want you to buy our product, right?
Uh-huh.
There's none of that. You can just kind of go. It's not a big deal. That's kind of funny. But in America, to get to the beach required effort. Is the airport similar here as well? It's like near as well.
It's
Well,
an
nothing
alright
feels.
distance.
These like special locations used to seem like adventures, journeys, really long car rides that you'd fall asleep in. But now, no, it's easy.
I mean, depends on where you're going, right?
Yeah, like
Camping
Monkey
in
Maya,
the
Shark Bay.
Outback.
Well, that's just stupid. Why would you want to do that?
That's where you would get your long car ride that you sleep in.
No, that's stupid.
Oh, what?
I mean, you're already in the hot sun. Why do you want more? It's
Why would-
hot all the time.
The same reason you go to the beach.
Well, why would you go to the beach? I never said I like the beach. I just said it's a special, the far place. It gets specially marked on maps.
Mm-hmm.
Beaches are dumb. I don't like the beach. I used to think it was fun, but I mean now I think I'd rather go to the pool. But now the pool is even grosser.
Oh.
Yeah, you know why it smells that way, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah,
Mark.
but.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
Do you think the beach is any better?
Well, yeah. It's at least like,
Every
well,
fish
no,
in the ocean.
I mean, it's worse, but I don't like it anymore. I don't swim anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. I just kind of stopped that altogether.
Oops. Thanks, Dory.
I'd rather be on the sand. So but however, white sand on an early morning is the best sand. I think that's the best sand. Is it the best? I think as in I think this is the correct time. I don't know if that's. It's cold. That's why. And it crumbles nice. And sometimes you like the wet sand, but then it's like you have to leave, and now you have crap in your feet and everywhere. And you thought you were careful with where you were walking, but nope, there's sand in you now. Just gross. So now I don't. Sand is stupid. Let's cancel sand.
Okay.
Actually, we're actually kind of doing that already. If you need to know aperture. Apparently, we're running out of sand. And I think that's kind of wacky.
No.
It's kind of neat. Can you stop doing that? You're not even making bank. You're making like nothing.
Yeah,
Making nothing.
I'm leaving again.
You,
I just,
alright. Man, the mental struggle of this place, it is taxing.
I can just
Taxing like
exit-
money, as in
Oh,
you're
wait,
not
no, I
getting
can't.
any. As in your taxes just went up.